it looks like to me. The due date for your kid seems to be right at the same time Leah will be having her wedding. Why would you be having your kid so close to an important day like that? I cannot believe the nerve of you.
Alyssa? I'm sure you're well aware of the fact that we can't just control when our baby is due, right? And we've known about the baby for over 8 months now. If anything, Leah was the one that chose the date of her wedding after I had already become pregnant.
What kind of an excuse is that, Tegan? Are you trying to say that Leah's in the wrong for this?
Did I ever say she was wrong for choosing to have her wedding so close to the due date? No. I don't even think that. She's totally allowed to choose whenever date she wants for her wedding. And she made a great choice because it's during the summer when everyone has time they can take off. So please don't think that I'm complaining about the choices she made or anything like that. The only thing I'm a little shocked at is that you seem to think that I chose to have my baby close to her wedding on purpose, when none of that is in my control.
I have no idea what you're going on about right now.
Well, if you could just listen to me, then you might have a small understanding, and I'd be thankful for that.
Well, you make sure to have the baby soon, and then you get your butt over to the wedding.
I'm carrying twins, so I might be having them a little bit earlier than the planned date, but I've already called ahead and said that I can't make it to the wedding.
Uh-huh. What did you just say? I never heard anything about you saying you weren't coming.
I've already told this to Leah, right? On the off chance that I'm feeling better before the wedding, to give her a call and say I'll be there. And that was totally fine with her, so that's the plan between the two of us.
What kind of nerve do you have to be making all those decisions without my permission first? I happen to be her mother and your mother-in-law.
What? I get that, but this happens to be Leah's wedding, not yours. So I assume by talking with her about all of this and making a plan, we'd both be in the clear and not have to worry about anything.
This is what I mean about you being a stupid little useless woman that shouldn't pass for a wife. Everything you try and say to me makes 0 sense and sounds like complete gibberish. You go and tell her that you're coming to that wedding, and then you get your butt over there after having both those babies. If you don't do that, then things will not end so neatly there.
You can say that all you'd like, Alyssa, but I'm not sure when or how the childbirth will go for me. I might have issues myself, or God forbid one of the babies has something wrong with them. I just wanted to let Leah know I wasn't coming as a safety measure in case things aren't going so well for me. How about when we get a little closer to my due date, I give you a call or text about things? You have to understand that I really do want to be at the wedding, but I have twins coming and they take importance over anything else.
Tegan! Congratulations on having the babies! I heard that it took a very long time to have the both of them. I'm glad it's all over for you now. And great work today!
Thank you so much, Leah. I'm sorry I won't be able to come to your wedding tomorrow, but I think we both saw this coming. I really wanted to be there to see you in your dress, so I'm looking forward to seeing all the photos you have for me later. Still, though, I'm sorry I can't make it there tomorrow.
Oh, no. You have no reason to be sorry about missing my wedding. You only just started to have your babies yesterday, and that battle went on through the night, right? I'm kind of glad the hospital kept you there after that long of a battle because you probably needed all that rest. I would be very happy if you were able to make it to the wedding tomorrow, but I know you had a wonderful event of your own going on, so it's not right for me to get all upset over that. Missing certain events for others is just part of being an adult, so you don't have to worry.
Leah, thank you so much for saying that and understanding me. When things are all settled down for the both of us, I'll come over to your place so we can have a small celebration together.
I'm really looking forward to that. And let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone then. You can celebrate my wedding, and I'll celebrate you giving birth to twins! And now for the time being, you really need to take care of your health.
Thank you, Leah. I hope you have lots of fun at your wedding tomorrow.
Of course you'll be coming to the wedding tomorrow, correct?
What?
Because there is no way my daughter-in-law would be missing my daughter's wedding. You make sure you're there on time tomorrow since it'll be Leah's wedding.
What are you talking about? I just had my twins last night.
And so what?
It is not okay for me to be going to a wedding just after I gave birth to 2 babies?
Oh, you stop it right there. I'm not going to let you use childbirth as an excuse to skip my daughter's wedding.
I'm sorry, but you're kind of putting me in a panic right now. Are you really saying something like that to me? Telling me to go to the wedding tomorrow morning? I've already been talking with Leah about everything, Alyssa. It is her wedding after all.
None of that matters to me. I am not okay with you skipping my daughter's wedding, and I will not forgive you if you do so. You will make every attempt to be at your sister-in-law's wedding tomorrow, oh, so God help you.
I can't believe you're trying that hard to force me to go. Leah happens to be one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, yet her mother. Why are you trying so hard to get me to go to the wedding like that?
That's because I hate seeing you using childbirth as an excuse like that. I will not allow it in my family. Do you really think you're so amazing and strong because you gave birth to twins? Are you a freaking moron or something? I could have had my son divorce you if you don't come tomorrow.
Are you kidding me? You would actually say something like that to your son's wife who just gave birth to your grandkids.
I hate seeing a woman thinking she is all that just because she did her job. I want you to act like my son's wife and listen to every word his mother is telling you. What the hell do you think you're doing canceling on a wedding like that just for having some babies? Do not use childbirth as an excuse. I don't care how you're feeling or how the babies are doing. You come to the wedding tomorrow.
Understood.
And don't you dare be late.
All right already. There's nothing left for me to say to you because it'll be a total waste of my time. So you'd really like me to go to every effort to be at that wedding tomorrow.
That's what I'm telling you right now. If you're late or just don't show, then I'm having my son divorce you. Hoo-hoo!
Have him divorce me? I don't think something as serious as that can be decided by someone like you, but right now my husband and I have a very loving relationship and we both just had twins with one another. There's no way he'd listen to you if you told him to divorce me over something as petty as not being at the wedding.
I don't care about if he listens or not. Your husband is my son and I can make him do whatever I want. He might not listen to me, but he will do what I say when I say it. That's just how he is.
I feel that I really do go through every bit of my strength to be at the wedding tomorrow. There'll be a lot of people there shocked to see me. Are you sure that you want that to happen with all of Leah's guests?
And so what if they're all shocked? You shocking the crowd has nothing to do with me. I just want you to be there at the wedding, and that's all.
Is that so? Well, if you're totally fine with that, then I'll go to the wedding.
Then you'll go? I wasn't giving you the option to not go to the wedding. You only have one choice, and that's to go, or else you'll be losing your husband. You told me you understood that just a second ago, right? If you don't end up coming now, you will not only lose your husband, but will also be called a liar by everyone in the family. And a liar like you will most definitely need to leave my family for good.
I told you I'm coming already, so just shut up and be happy with that. Unfortunately, my babies are still too fresh to be allowed to leave the hospital, but I'll be more than glad to come since that's what you want.
Why can't they come? You bring those two with you. If they both aren't there, then there's no point to you even coming.
No point in me coming? Well, that's a shame because I cannot bring them to the wedding. I'm not even being recommended to leave yet, so I'll already be going against one of the doctor's orders. Honestly, I don't feel well enough at all to be leaving the hospital to come to that wedding.
Now you're going back to using those dang excuses again. Back in my day, women were never allowed to use childbirth as an excuse. Women these days really are such weak little whores. I hate them all. If I don't start treating you like the woman you are, then you will end up a complete waste of my son's time. And a waste of his children's time as well.
I'm sorry? Did you ever give birth to twins?
Huh? What are you talking about? Of course not.
Well then, that must mean you can't even imagine what it's like for me right now after having had to carry 2 babies at once for 9 months, and then give birth to both of them in one operation. That's why it's kind of strange that you're still talking to me like you know better.
I am not sure what you're trying to get at there. Just make sure you come to that wedding on time tomorrow. If you do not come or you're late to the wedding, then it's a divorce. I will not let you be my son's wife anymore.
Understood, Alyssa. If that's what you really want, then allow me to make it happen. But if you start to regret the decisions you're making, don't come crying to me about it.
You. What are you trying to do? Are you aware that you are embarrassing me?
What are you talking about, Alyssa?
You know dang well what I'm talking about right now. Do you have any idea what you've just done to me?
All I did was come to the wedding like you'd asked me to do. You shouldn't be so upset about me following your orders.
This isn't what I asked for, though. Do you think coming to the wedding looking like that would make everyone happy to see you? You are an embarrassment. You are embarrassing me.
Huh? I'm embarrassing you? Please take some responsibility for what you asked for and be confident about it. This isn't my problem right now, correct? I told you yesterday that I understood what you wanted from me, and that's why I came here today. You can't get mad at someone for doing as you told them to do. That's just not very nice of you. So tell me, why are you acting so upset about me being here right now?
I didn't think that you'd just be coming straight here from the hospital like that, though.
Do you still not understand any of what's been going on?
What are you talking about?
I told you I understood, and you never said anything else besides that you wanted to make sure I'd be here.
What? So wait. This was your plan from the start.
Well, to be honest with you right now, I'm having a very difficult time standing on two legs and walking. I had to give birth to my twins back to back. You thought someone could actually walk naturally only 2 days after such an event that happened between their legs?
I don't care about that. I was able to walk 2 days after I gave birth.
Remember, you didn't give birth to twins then.
It doesn't matter if it's one baby or two babies. The same thing applies, right?
My husband was really worried by the fact I wanted to be here, but I told him I had no other choice, and so he helped me. But now that I've come and seen the wedding, I'm going to head back to the hospital and ask them to give me some heavy painkillers.
I thought because you said you understood me, everything would be all right today. Telling me you understood and then showing up to the wedding like that is just messed up.
Huh? How is that messed up?
When the wedding was about to start, you walked in here with nothing more than a hospital gown on. That caused the whole crowd to gasp at you as you walked over to your seat like a zombie.
But you and I talked about all of this yesterday, didn't we? I told you that people would be shocked at me coming, and if that's really what you wanted...
I kind of remember you saying something like that yesterday to me, but...
But what?
I didn't think you'd actually come out here butt naked with only that gown on. What the hell were you thinking, Tegan?
I'm wondering the same thing, Alyssa, but about you. What the hell was your plan by asking me to do all of this? Weren't you the one telling me to do everything in my power to make it here? So after hearing you say that, I knew there was a way of getting here, and that was within my power, as you had said.
And now because of that stupid stunt you pulled on me, you got all of the guests here upset with what they've all seen. Oh, this is the worst. They're trying to make it seem as though all of this is my fault.
Trying to? It seems to be. Well, it's not them trying to make it seem like it's your fault, because it is your fault. My husband's even fed up with you now, and he's told me that after today, he's going to think twice before calling you his mother again.
What are you saying to me? You actually want to try and blame me for all of this, saying it's my fault as well? It's all because of you coming in here like that this whole wedding has turned upside down on me and has led to strange air around me. Not even my son is willing to talk to me anymore after what you did. The only thing he told me before walking off is for me to not come to the after party. He wants me to go home all by myself.
Well, is that not the right response from someone who just had to learn their mother forced their wife to leave the hospital to be here? Even Leah's pissed off at you and has told me that there are no plans of forgiving you after today.
What? Leah said that? She is my daughter, so she would never say something like that about me.
I'm sure you forced me to be here today for the sake of your daughter and all, but Leah never wanted me to be here in this state and told you that before the wedding. If anything, all you've done is troubled her by what you did, and troubled her on one of the most important days of her life. She must be more embarrassed than you are right now because all of her guests had to learn that her mother's a complete nut job.
What about me is embarrassing, you whore? Do not blame me for any of this.
But all of this is your fault, you hag. There was really no reason for you to force me to be here today, was there?
What are you trying to say to me now?
What I just said is that I'm trying to say to you. The only reason you probably forced me to be here was so that you could pick on me even more, right? So what I'm getting at now is that your rotten heart is the cause of all your problems right now.
It's because of you being a lazy woman that I did all of this to you.
When was I ever being such a lazy woman that it would cause you to act so horrifically? From what I remember, of all my encounters with you, you were always the one forcing me to do all the chores so that you could sit on the couch all day doing nothing. And that behavior of yours only continued when my belly began to grow huge from carrying the twins. It was very uncomfortable doing all those chores that you could have been doing yourself, but you kept on forcing me. And that wasn't even the worst part. On the days that I did try and say something to you about it, you would give me the most selfish freaking excuses for not doing anything yourself, and that pissed me off. You were a real pain in the butt then, and still are. That's why right now I'm able to tell you all of this with all my heart, because you really pushed me beyond my threshold today with your stupid, selfish, and toxic behavior.
Why the hell are you that upset with me now, too? I was the one that had to be embarrassed today. I don't get why you get to be mad at me when you were the one that came in here looking like a freak, making me get all those terrifying stares from everyone. Why is everyone siding with a whore like you?
I'm not sure that you're all siding with me. It's just that what you did today was screwed up. Because of that, you made everyone at the wedding go into disbelief because they never thought someone like you could force me into doing such a situation. Forcing me to have to walk to the wedding just after having twins and not being able to walk very well at all. I really think you only have half a brain in that thick skull of yours.
I cannot believe you keep saying such rude things about me, Tegan. What you did today has ruined the relationship I had with my daughter. And worse than that, my son is furious with me to the point he won't even talk anymore. Because of all that crap you pulled today, that all of this is happening to me.
Would you please pull your head out of your butt and get real with me? I'm tired of trying to talk to you when your ears are filled with your own poop. I've already told my husband that after today, we will never be talking to you again. So please leave the two of us alone forever and go bother someone else.
What do you mean you won't ever be talking to me again?
After giving birth to 2 big babies and having to stay in the hospital trying to recover from all of that, you forced me out of there to come all the way here and make things even worse for my recovery. My husband and I have decided because of that you will no longer be part of our family and probably won't be for the rest of your time on Earth.
Is my son also agreeing to that? There's no way he'd want to say goodbye to his mother.
Also, I went ahead and talked with him about how much you threatened to divorce the two of us if I didn't come today.
You're lying, right?
That really sent him over the edge. He burst out in anger, saying you have no right to make a decision like that, let alone threaten me with it.
I was never being that serious about divorcing you two, though. I didn't think a little joke like that would become such a huge problem for me.
To tell it to you straight, what I'm trying to say to you right now is this. Both my husband and I are going to be cutting ties to you forever.
Huh? No way you could both do that to me. I know my son would never want to cut ties with his own mother like that. He is a mama's boy and would never ever do something stupid as that.
And he might just be a big mama's boy at times, but what you've been saying was even too much for a mama's boy to take from his own mother. You went and harassed his own wife, the woman he actually loves more than you and just had 2 beautiful babies with. So give it up, Alyssa.
Wait a second, Tegan. Are you guys really that upset with me? Go ahead and take a chill pill, please. I'm sure that I might have been in the wrong somewhat today. But don't you feel it was a bit foolish of you to come to a wedding in nothing more than a hospital gown with that super exhausted expression on your face? Can we both just agree that we had gone a little too far with things today?
I can't believe it. You really are rotten to the core. And a freaking idiot.
What?
It was because of you that I had to come to the wedding today in nothing more than a hospital gown with my butt hanging out. So would you please, for God's sake, stop trying to blame me for something that you knew very well you were asking for. Trying to carry on with blaming me for something I did not do is just going to waste more of my time. I'm already pretty stressed out of my mind right now and my body is really aching, so just stop it. If you really enjoy making other people do crap for you all the time like that, then go find someone else to bully, please. I've had enough of you.
Wait a second, Tegan. Let's just both look past all of this and make up. I've apologized to you already, haven't I? So there's nothing else that should be a problem for you here. What else do you want me to do to get you to forgive me?
The fact that you even say things like that to me goes to show there's no other option but cutting ties to you.
What? Tegan!
Now I really hope you enjoy the new life that you've got and created for yourself. You're never going to get to see your grandchildren, but that's all for the best. And of course, they are both my kids, so you would have never wanted to see them anyway, right?
Well, they also happen to be my son's kids. I am their grandma.
I will not allow my kids to meet anyone that thinks it's okay to bully their mom. And my husband happens to agree with me on that. Actually, we plan on making stories about how their grandma passed away this year to tell them as they get older. That way they'll never know who you are. Now goodbye forever, dickhead. I hope you enjoy getting old all by your lonesome. In the end, not only was I done with Alyssa for good, but my husband and Leah told her as well that they were cutting ties to her. She was then kicked out of the wedding and everyone else was able to get on with the after party. Alyssa wasn't even able to talk to her husband about any of what happened either because he stayed with everyone else to party instead of going with his wife. And soon after that day, it was heard that they are both talking about getting a divorce because her husband doesn't want to be around a monster that has ties cut by both of her own kids. Right now, myself and my husband have made sure not to talk with Alyssa anymore, and we both gone ahead and blocked her number to make sure of that. And by doing that, a lot of weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and I no longer have to worry about any more texts coming in from that freak. All I care about now is raising my 2 babies and making sure that they get to grow up happy and healthy.